Hello dear students, so now from today we are going to start the first chapter of class 12th chemistry, that is solid state. So here first we would define the solid, liquids and gases. Till now we are knowing the definition of solid as anything that have a definite shape and volume, we call this as the solid. But now here we would learn some new definitions related to solid, liquid and gas. Okay, so the new definition is solid means substances that have melting point higher than room temperature. Room temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so substances that have melting point more than 25 degrees Celsius means more than the room temperature. So we would call such substances as the solids. Getting it or not? So now from today you are knowing a new definition for the solid. Means the solids are those substances which have melting point higher than the room temperature. Simple. Next one, liquid. What are the liquids then? Liquids means substances that have melting point lower than room temperature. Means the melting point would be lower than 25 degrees Celsius, but the boiling point is higher than room temperature. Okay, so we call such substances as the liquids. So what are the liquids? Substances that have melting point lower than room temperature and boiling point higher than room temperature. We would call such substances as liquids. And then gases, substances that have melting point as well as the boiling point. So both are lower than room temperature, means less than 25 degrees Celsius. So we would call such substances as the gases. Just note these definitions of solid, liquids and gases in your notebook. And now we would study the types of solids. Okay, so we have two types of solids here. First one, the crystalline solids, and the second one we have amorphous solids. So solids can be divided into two types, crystalline solids and amorphous solids. So let's define the crystalline solids first. Okay, so solids in which the particles are arranged in a definite pattern, where you would have a definite arrangement of the particles. So we would call such solids as the crystalline solids. Definite arrangement of the particle means was, let's say, the way I am just let's say the particles are arranged in this one way. Okay, let me arrange the particles properly. Okay, so here you can see, here you have a definite arrangement of the particles. Getting it or not? Blue, sorry, black, blue, black, blue, then black, blue, black, blue. Getting it or not? So the substances, so the solids where you have the definite arrangement of the particles. So here the particles are arranged in a definite order, a definite pattern. So we would call such solids as the crystalline solids. Okay, and crystalline solids are also known as the true solids. Both are same. Okay, for example, NaCl, quartz, these are the examples of crystalline solids, also known as the true solids. Then what are the amorphous solids? Amorphous solids means the solids that do not have the proper pattern of the particles, means where the particles are not arranged in a definite pattern. Okay, where the particles are not arranged in a definite pattern, we would call such solids as the amorphous solids. Like the particles would be arranged in a some in other way. Okay, like let me, means here the particles would be arranged in not in a proper definite order. If you can see, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, then blue, black, then again blue come in the blue, black, black. Okay, so means the particles are not arranged in a definite order here. Are you getting? So where the particles are not arranged in a definite order, you would call such solids as the amorphous solids. And we have another name for the amorphous solids as pseudo solids, or also known as the supercooled liquid. So these are some another term related to the amorphous solids. All are same, whether you call it amorphous solids or you call it pseudo solids, or you call it super cool liquid. Both all are same here. Okay, so where you do not have a proper arrangement of the particles, which means where the particles are not arranged in a definite pattern, you would call such solids as amorphous solids. But where the particles are arranged in a definite order or a definite pattern, then you would call such solids as crystalline solids. Okay, so first write down the definition of the crystalline solid, then later I will be writing the definition of amorphous solids. So just write it in a notebook. So here we have the definition of amorphous solids, means solids in which particles are not arranged in a definite order are known as amorphous solids, also known as pseudo solids, also known as super cooled liquids. Okay, so we have the examples such as plastics, polymers, glass, etc. So these all are the examples of amorphous solids. Okay, now let me tell you or define it in some other way. Let's say you have a stock of brick. You have some bricks here, bricks that you might be knowing. We use this for making building construction purpose. Okay, so here you have a stock of brick where you do not have a proper arrangement of the bricks there, means here you have the stock of bricks. So these are the bricks here. Okay, you have just made a stock out of these bricks. So this is the stock of the brick. So here you would see the bricks are not arranged in a definite order, so means it's a kind of amorphous. Okay, but if I am making a wall out of these bricks, okay, so here you would have a definite arrangement of the bricks. Yes or not? Getting it or not? Yes. So if you are making the wall out of these bricks, so you would have to arrange these bricks in a definite order. Yes or not? You are going to arrange these bricks in definite order. So here you have the definite order of the bricks in case of a wall. So this wall would become the example of crystalline solid, and here the stock of brick is the example of amorphous solids. Are you getting this or not? Very good. So that is all for today. Now we'll be discussing some other topics of this chapter. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.